So on our soul journeys, we often experience magic and miracles of manifesting and earth communication. And it's so hard to explain it without telling you about some of the things that have happened. So to give you an example, our last Ibiza journey, which was called Journey to Ibiza, Reconnecting the Light, we had some amazing experiences, and I'd like to tell you about 3 of my personal highlights. The first one is that we started our journey at Goddess Tanit's cave in Ibiza. Goddess Tanit is the guardian of Ibiza, and her cave is really where you open ceremony for a journey in Ibiza, and you ask permission to be let into the magic of the island. And that year we got to the cave, and the cave was closed, and I was like, oh no, like we really have to get into this cave to be let into the magic. We decided that because it was closed, we were going to just hold ceremony outside of it. And as we finished the final note of our sounding at the end of the ceremony, a man came along and unlocked the cave. And he wasn't going to let us into the cave, but we had a woman with us that spoke Spanish, and she managed to convince him to let us into the cave. And when she let us into the cave, his friend joined him, and they explained that the reason that the cave was shut is somebody stole the lights in the cave, and so that they were there to reconnect the lights in the cave. And our journey was called Reconnecting the Light, and so everybody was like, whoa, and it really felt like Tanit had let us in to Ibiza that year. The other thing that was absolutely amazing that happened was I'd received a message that we were meant to see dolphins in Ibiza, and even though Ibiza isn't really well known for dolphins, me and Kath were getting so many signs in the run up to Ibiza, and I was being given so much guidance about offerings and all sorts of things that we needed to do, that I was pretty certain that we were going to see them. There were lots of people there that had felt the call of the dolphins, and we've been doing manifesting for the dolphins to come out. But we had a big problem, which was that we didn't have a boat. And me and Kath had scheduled Sunday morning as the morning that we were going to see dolphins. And we manifested to the universe and said, you've got to bring us a boat so we can see these dolphins. On the Saturday before the Sunday morning, we still didn't have a boat. And most boats in Ibiza are thousands of pounds to rent. And then on Saturday night, a friend of mine that lives in Ibiza texted me and said, do you still need a boat? I'm talking to somebody that's got a boat. And I was like, yes, we need it for tomorrow. And we turn up at the harbour on Sunday morning, and there is this amazing indigo speedboat waiting for us. And indigo is such a meaningful colour to me because we work with so many indigo adults and warriors on our journeys. And I say to the captain of the boat, the guy that's driving it, that we want to go and see dolphins. And he said, look, you're the right time of year, but it's so rare to see dolphins in Ibiza. I really wouldn't get your hopes up. Let me take you to some beaches instead. And I was like, no, we're going to see dolphins. We have to see dolphins. And we went out on this boat, and everybody was a bit restless, everybody was tired, there was a lot of emotion coming up for people, and I realised that we were never going to see the dolphins in the vibration that we were holding. So we did a ceremony on the boat to raise our vibration, and that's when the sky changed and the sun started to come out, and it felt like the whole energy of the place changed. But still, the dolphins didn't come, and so I had my singing bowl, and we were about 2 hours into having this boat, and I was like, maybe I got it wrong. Maybe we're not going to see the dolphins. We're here, it's beautiful, it's amazing. I'm just going to send some healing to the sea since we're here. And as soon as I started playing the singing bowl, as soon as I came into service, someone said, oh my gosh, there is a dolphin. And there was this dolphin jumping up out of the water, and he kept jumping up and then going away, and jumping up and going away, and eventually we realized that he wanted us to follow him. And so the driver of the boat followed this dolphin, and he took us to this pod of dolphins, and 3 of the dolphins came around the boat and were swimming by the boat, and they started light working with the energy that I was using with the singing bowl. Everybody at this point is like crying and laughing and just blown away by this thing that we've manifested, this experience of manifesting that we're living. And the dolphins are sending us healing and light working with us, and then right at the end they leave, and then they come back with all these little baby dolphins, and they send the baby dolphins out of the water to say goodbye to us. And it almost felt like we were in another dimension, like the light was just incredible. And as we left this place that the dolphin had took us to, the driver of the boat had a tear in his eye, and he was like, I have been on these waters for 18 years and I have never had a dolphin experience like that. And then he was like, I think it might have something to do with that woo-woo stuff you're doing, but I'm not sure. And then the last thing I'd like to share with you that happened, and there were so many other things that happened, was me and Kath dropped the group off in Ibiza, and we were staying on in Ibiza, and so after we left the group at the airport, we drove back across the island to where we were staying, and I have never seen anything like it. There were rainbows coming out of the island, huge rainbows. We must have passed about 9 rainbows as we were driving this very, very short drive. We've got pictures of all of them, and it really felt like the land was honouring the work that we had done, the love that we had given it, the breakthroughs that we had all made, and all of the crystal grid work we'd done was being reflected back at us by these rainbows when it wasn't even raining. It was the most incredible thing. And that is what Ibiza journeys are like. I don't know if the dolphins will call us this year. This year is a fire journey. I am putting the message out there to them to see if they want to come back. But I know that there will be as much magic and as many miracles and basically proof of the magic of the universe. That's what the Ibiza Soul Journey gives you. It gives you whole new levels of faith in magic, in yourself, in the earth, in your lives, and in source. Hope you can make it.